Oh my God!
This is my fiance's brand new 2025 Toyota 4Runner, and today I'm gonna be surprising her by transforming it into her dream daily.
I love it!
We'll track the cost of each part along the way to find out if this build was worth it. Action. Now let's dive in and see what it takes to transform this 4Runner into my fiance's dream daily.
Thank you, amor. I'm excited. Are we ready?
Not all girls, but most girls in Miami are very materialistic, right? So one of my pickup lines was like, hey, I'm an Instagrammer, and I was very proud of it. And I did that with Miki, and she was not easily convinced.
He was like, oh yeah, I have this Instagram and it's pretty big and I do this and I do that.
And I was very proud of the company, so I kept telling her like, hey, you know, we sell decals and shirts at that time. And
so one day I was like, okay, let me go and see, you know, your business. I wanted to learn more about him. When he said warehouse, I was imagining this like humongous warehouse, and it was like this tiny office, okay? He pulled out like this drawer with 4 decals.
Our Tacoma Beast original mini decal, and then the original one that was perfectly designed to go on the back window of the Tacoma.
And then this cardboard box with a couple of shirts in there, and I was like, so this is it, this is Tacoma Beast.
She was kind of shocked and almost like disappointed.
Don't hate me.
She was like, you could do so much more, and she understood exactly where I wanted to go and where I wanted to take everything, and her seeing that was like fuel. She just added fuel to the fire. I knew she was the one. And yeah, she was for sure my sugar mama back then, and she would take me out to dinner, and now I get to be the sugar daddy.
I have something to tell you, trolls. I've seen your messages. I've been with Mateo for 10 years. I don't know why you're saying that I'm with him because of his money. I've been with him for way too long for you to say those stupid comments, okay? So shoo shoo, bye.
Don't mess up with his Latina, baby.
She the baddest in the room.
Latina spice.
Big bags when you see her coming through. Model body with a face that make you swoon.
All right, guys, first thing on the list, we gotta install the Alpha X headlights. We're gonna have to tear apart the entire front end. Let's get started. The first thing anyone I personally think should do to their 4Runner new Tacomas is just remove this air deflector, dam, whatever this thing is. It's technically supposed to help you out with miles per gallon, but I'm gonna have to say miles per gallon on this one. You don't even need to do suspension, wheels, and tires. Just do this and you'll see. This thing sucks. Sorry. So I've never torn apart a 4Runner. It should be exactly the same as a Tacoma. We're about to find out. Let's start tearing this thing apart. Remove these 3 bolts up here. That's going to loosen up the headlight. There's still one more back there. And then now we're gonna proceed to removing this top blade. I love these tabs. You just push in, push in. Try not to like flip it up, because they will do that and you can lose them. So you just have to be careful. Make sure you grab them as you're pulling. Look at that breadcrumb right there for our little 4Runner right there. So if you look around the truck and in the engine bay, you'll find all sorts of breadcrumbs. It's really cool. I already know where all the Tacoma ones are. I gotta start finding the 4Runner ones. All right, to remove the fender, I'm gonna have to be removing these 2 tabs. You sort of twist these and they come out. 1, 2, and then there's gonna be a total of 3 bolts. Let's take those out. Push this back. By removing the fender liner like this, it allows us to stick our hand in here. And then I'm gonna look for this tab. Cool. There's 2 tabs, then you gotta work your hand around, and then you're gonna hear it pop. I'm gonna fold this in, get that 10mm bolt. Cool. This is what we have to do in the Tacoma. I did notice there were a couple connectors that are different here, so let's see what we gotta do. All right, guys, before we start disconnecting things, we're gonna go ahead and remove the negative terminal. Since this is a hybrid model, the battery's in the back. I love how clean this looks. Disconnect this, that comes off. We're definitely gonna have to remove these connectors. I use this flathead to push down on this pin, and then this gray bracket holding it in place comes down. Click on this, and then the white thing comes down. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these connectors. All right, so everything has been unbolted. Should be able to pull this and everything's gonna come off. Let's see, I'm gonna go slowly, make sure I don't scratch your headlights here. If something is really being held up, it's probably because you forgot to unbolt something. Just like that, guys. Bumper came off. And now we get to keep working on those headlights. We're moving. Can't wait to see what Miki's gonna think. For the longest time, we've been building everyone's vehicle, right? Customers, influencers' vehicles, a lot of my vehicles. And Miki was kind of sitting on the sidelines, just looking how everyone else's build was happening. And she expressed her love and her want for the 4Runner. And at first we couldn't afford it. It was very hard for us to obtain it. And now we're at the point where we can, and we were able to get it for her. And my main goal for this build is to put a smile on her face. I want to be able to build something that every time she sees it, she's proud of owning. That every time she goes to get the groceries, she goes to see her friends, wherever it is that she's gonna go, whether it's an adventure out in Baja, I want her to feel what I feel when I see my vehicles. And it's like every time you step outside of that vehicle and you walk away from it, you look back. And that's my goal here. Guys, this might seem like a lot, and it's because there's a huge chunk coming out, which is the grille, the bumper, but it's literally just a couple bolts that will tear that whole thing apart. Now, when removing the headlights on any vehicle, you wanna make sure that your fender is not gonna be scratching it. These are scratching points right here, so as it's coming out, you can totally scratch this top part, this here. So it's very tricky. Here, you wanna make sure you jiggle it. You see, I already kinda hit it there. It didn't scratch it, but I'm just letting you guys know because when you're first doing this, you're so excited, you just wanna get it out. You're gonna wanna rip on it, and you shouldn't. You gotta be patient. Now here, there's 3 connectors that I'm gonna be removing. 1, 2, and 3. And that right there, headlight comes off. You know what time it is? Time for headlights. So, I'm sorry, Miki, but you are going to be receiving a lot of the stuff that we are not using on the 4th gen. So, kind of like the big brother donating stuff to the little brother here. These are the headlights that were originally on our 4th gen Tacoma. We're gonna be installing it on the 4Runner. And they're still badass. Hope you like them. Actually, I think, never mind, Miki, I take back what I said. These are brand new. These are fresh, man, look. Never mind, you're getting brand new headlights. That smells like that awesome plastic new smell. If you do want the amber DRLs, you're going to want to remove these 4 screws. Cool. Once those 4 screws come off, this is nicely sealed. This is where all the electronics are. And then you will find that there are these 2 connectors that have not been connected. If you want white DRLs, you'll leave them disconnected. And if you want amber, you will connect them. Got 1. We got 2, and we got 3. Just like that, you did the wiring work for your headlight. One of the products that is being handed down from the 4th gen is these awesome Baja design fog lights. Now, these are SAE approved, and I have a feeling they are gonna fit the 4Runner. I did check online. It seems like they don't online, but since we have this open, we're just gonna go ahead and check. Crossing my fingers they work. So there's all these screws, like right there, here, there, and then you have all of these tabs that we're gonna have to like start like clicking and at the same time managing the back and taking them out. It's definitely a challenge. So right there's one of your front bumper sensors. You're gonna wanna make sure you disconnect this connector right here. There we go. Cool. So now you can start pushing down on all of these plastic tabs. Moment of truth. Okay, see? You have stock, then you have Baja. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Does that fit? Oh my God, I think it does. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Let's see. You might have to do some minor adjustments to this. Dude, that's gonna look so sick. That white with yellow, oof, and the black wheels. I can't wait to see it all come together. Guys, this is almost like a law. Make sure that you check your lights work and everything you installed as far as wiring goes is working perfectly fine before you bolt everything down. Now there is this wire harness which belongs to everything, these vents that move up and down. Anything on this bumper that's electronic is being controlled by this wire harness right here. So these are the only things I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna connect the battery again, and then I'm gonna run through all of it. Fog lights, headlights, make sure everything's working perfectly fine. And only then will I bolt everything down. If you do not do this step, what's most likely gonna happen is you're gonna put it all together to turn it on, and then you could find that you missed a connector or something. Nicely laid there. This is why we keep the paper, because we don't want it scratching on the headlight. All right, and then all we're gonna do is connect this right here. That's there, and then we have another connector here, which I believe is for the sensors. So those are in. Technically, we can now connect the battery again. Let's go do that. What was that? Hybrid stuff. Hybrid noises that freak you out. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Key not detected. Why? It's right here.
Fog lights work.
All right, headlight going on. And that's why you check. But for some reason, the headlights are not turning on now.
How do I feel about him building my truck? Okay, that's a hard one. So Mateo has built like so many trucks and so many vehicles. It's crazy because I think he's dealing with the pickiest person, because I know the business, and you know, I'm kind of like testing him out to see if he knows me and if he ever heard like what I like. I'm excited. I want to see what he's going to do. When I picture my dream 4Runner, what does it look like? I want it to be tactical. I want it to have lots of storage. Because I'm a prepper, I want it to be able to take me anywhere at any time if I have an emergency or if I need to run out. Yeah, I want it to be badass. Yes.
All right, Austin, tell me the DRLs turn on. Oh, that's so sick. The weird noises from the hybrid kick on, and then amber. Since we decided to opt in for the amber and switched out the connector, they stay amber. You could choose to have them white. And then we're gonna do one more to see the headlights turn on. And they seem to be turning on both ends. How sick is that? So good. All right, cool. So we know that they work. Now I am gonna tell you guys, we tried disconnecting the battery, connecting it again. That didn't do anything. Turned it off, locked it, went to eat, came back. Headlights started working. Why did it do that? I don't know. With the hybrid models, there's a lot of weird things going on. There's a lot of sensors. In case you guys deal with that problem, just know that it's normal if it's the hybrid model. If it's the gas, it should work right away. All right, cool. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna install this harness that comes with the headlights. This harness is so that when you're walking up to your car, you can unlock, lock it, and it does that cool light sequence that you guys saw. I wanna make sure that Miki does have that. She can show off with her friends. She comes in out of the gym, clicks that light, DRL light sequence goes on. Let's get this installed. Really cool how you can reuse these as long as you haven't broken the clips. They just go back in. Thanks, Toyota. Making stuff easy. And for the best part, guys, is once you've checked everything works fine, everything has been bolted down, you now have the pleasure of removing. All right, here goes. how beautiful that is.
All right, guys, for the interior, we're not going ham just yet. We're only gonna be doing 2 mods. One of them is gonna be this carbon fiber shift knob. Just take a look at how awesome this thing looks. This mod is one of those that's sort of for me. I know she's gonna notice it, she's gonna love it, but I just had to get this in here. Installing it super easy. Just pull down on this rubber boot. Then you're gonna find this sort of pin up here. It's hard to see, it's like a metal pin. Use your nail to move it, and that basically unlocks it, makes it come out. So this is a stock one. This is the one we're going with. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you guys would go with. Would you stay stock or would you go with the carbon fiber? Second we dropped these guys, they sold out in less than a week. Here we go. You're gonna push in until you hear click. There we go. And then this just clips right on. Probably the easiest install you'll do in your 4Runner or Tacoma, fits them both. And you push down on the button. Man, that feels really good. Oh, that feels really good. And then a surprise that I cannot wait for her to just find out about is actually the volume knob. Gonna pull it back, comes right out. And then we're gonna grab this topo knob with this texture here on the side. It feels really nice to the touch. Just pushing in. Just take a look at how sick that looks. That is so awesome. How nice does that feel? Yeah. Feels really nice to the touch. At the end of the day, we spend a lot of time in our vehicles. It's nice to have cool things inside of them that makes them unique to us. This video is sponsored by Garage to Go. Yep, no more waiting around or hauling your rig to a shop. We'll pull up right to your driveway, your office, or wherever you're parked, ready to wrench. Got a flat? We'll fix it. Need suspension work, wheels and tires mounted and balanced? We got you. Armor, sliders, re-gears? Easy. Want portals? We do that too. Heck, we can even build your entire rig from the ground up. Wherever you're in Texas, Garage to Go is ready to roll. Give us a call and get your rig dialed. We're currently servicing all of Texas, but more states are coming soon. So tell us, what state should we go to next?
All right, the first thing we're gonna be installing is Dirt King's new 2.5 DCA remote reservoir coilovers and shocks. I am super stoked to see that Dirt King is doing this, guys. They started out doing lower control arms, upper control arms from their garage, and just look at how far they have come. These are dual compression, so you are able to adjust for high and low speed and get it precisely exactly how you want it, which is awesome. And then for those of you that don't know, the extended reservoir allows you to keep the temperatures nice and cool to prevent any shock fade from happening. Now we're gonna be pairing all of that with Dirt King's new billet upper control arms. Just take a look at the packaging. It looks like I just opened up a MacBook Pro or an iPhone. All the parts just look absolutely incredible. The attention to detail is just nuts. Now, new with this upper control arm is the chromoly rod ends. These are adjustable, which allows you to now adjust for camber and caster. One of the really cool things that they're also doing is now the silent spine bushings, preventing that bushing sound that you get from other upper control arms, which sounds horrible, and making your overall ride a lot smoother. I cannot wait to see these two things paired together. We sort of don't have that overland vehicle that used to be my 3rd gen, so now we're making this 4Runner the adventure rig. And it's awesome because now I don't get to go alone with my friends. Now I get to bring Miki along, and it's gonna be adventures with her now, and hopefully in the future, kids. So I can't wait for that. Miki expressed that she really does not like the color gold. She doesn't like it anywhere. I didn't think about it when I saw the Dirt King. I love that gold. It's so sick, right? It's like Dirt King and you get the gold and it's like so cool. But I forgot that Miki was just very picky and she just in general, does not like the color gold. But I have high hopes that once she sees it all come together, she's gonna love it. Before we show you the entire thing put together, you can clearly visualize the lift and travel that you're gonna get from these upgraded coilovers. Just take a look at how much more droop it's got on the driver's side versus the stock. Look at how awesome that is. From the factory, you do get an immediate 2-inch lift. You could adjust the preload to go all the way to 3 inches, but this is how Dirt King recommends it. It's already been tuned for this 4Runner. Now, obviously, there's a couple little more adjustments that you can do to it to get it perfectly fine-tuned depending on what sort of driving you'll be doing. But this right here is basically ready to go right out of the box. Front suspension has been installed. Now it's time for us to get rid of these stock wheels and tires. And now we're going with the BFG KM3s. These are 35 by 12.5. I love the stance that these tires give, and I've been rocking these tires for the longest of time. They've treated me really well. For the wheel, we're going with the RRW. These are 17 by 8.5, 0 offset, and 4.75 back spacing. The stance on this 4Runner is about to get real.
What do you think? Seeing the tires go on.
I love how it's looking. The important thing is Miki gonna like it. So these RRW are a hybrid bead lock. You can choose to mount the bead of the tire as a regular wheel, or you can use the bead ring to actually make it a bead lock wheel. So you have one or the other as an option. Next level, the stance I'm stoked on. I love how it's poking out. It's the perfect poke for me. Some people like it a little more, like Beto. He was telling me like maybe half an inch more in. He's got good points. Doesn't dirty the truck as much. For me, it's just like, look at that poke, man. Look how it's just sticking out. It looks so cool. It makes the truck look like a bulldog. All right, guys, time for the back. We're gonna be removing these tires, installing the new ones. We have to do rear shocks, coils, and this 4Runner is gonna be ready for Miki. Cannot wait to see what she's gonna think. These guys are solid, man. Both Beto and Carlos, they used to race professionally out in Bolivia, and these guys are just absolutely nuts. The things that I've seen them do, it's just really awesome to be able to partner with them on this new venture, Garage to Go. Make sure to go check it out. It's gonna be awesome. Out with the old, in with the new, baby. Made in America, baby. All right, we have the entire body of the 4Runner on jacks. We're lowering the jack, which now allows us to remove the stock coil. We're needing lift in the back. Now, the way you could do this is by getting a spacer, adding it on top of this coil, and then you get the lift. But performance-wise, that is not ideal. What you really want is a performance coil that's going to raise your vehicle and at the same time hold its weight. For the rear coils, we have two options from Dobinson's. We have the heavy duty spring and then the progressive. Heavy duty is more for you rocking lots of weight in the back, whether you have storage, high clearance rear bumpers, tires, a swing out, whatever that might be, and it's constantly under a load of load, you're gonna wanna go with the heavy duty spring. The progressive is more for a stock setup. You are gonna be loading it for adventure from time to time, but it's not always going to be under lots of load. So first we're gonna be installing the progressive, and then as soon as we get the rear bumper installed, we're gonna move up to the heavy duty one. I think when I finally hand Miki the keys, I think she's gonna love it. There's a couple things that maybe she's not gonna like, little details, maybe she doesn't like color, but I think when I hand her the keys, she's gonna be stoked, and the more she drives it and the more she feels the suspension and the more she sees how this vehicle is gonna perform, I have no doubt she's gonna love it. Damn, Daniel, damn! Woo! Oh, she's gonna love this. Gosh. Dude, look at this stance, man. That's freaking crazy. We wanted to install the back suspension, the tires. We wanted to see how it sits. As we can see here, it is lifted up in the back a lot, like it is sagging, which is going to allow us to lift the front a little bit. Now, I'm not a big fan of that, but we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it. They can. They allow us to. Let's do it.
We've already gone ahead and lifted it 2.5 inches. So the preload is there, as you guys can see. Now we're gonna go ahead and make one small cut right here, one tiny one right here, and this truck is gonna be ready. We finally got everything to clear, but once we tallied up the install, suspension dialed in, and those 35-inch BFGs mounted on the bead locks, the total came out to 1,400. Not bad at all for the amount of work that went into it.
All right, guys, this is it. I don't know why I get nervous every single time. We worked really hard on this 4Runner. It's looking really good. I'm stoked with how it came out, but now it's the moment of truth. Will Miki like it? Let's go get her.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's see. Guys, I'm scared. Oh my God!
She the baddest in the room. Big bags when you see her coming through. Model body with a face that make you zoom.
You like it?
I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
She was scared she was not gonna recognize what we did to her. Do you recognize what we did?
Suspensions, wheels, tires.
What do you think? What do you think of the headlights and the fog lights?
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. When I saw the vehicle, first thing that had in my head was like, where's the gold and where's the teal? Because I saw the products beforehand. So I was worried about that. Didn't see it, all good, looked impeccable. It looked very, very beefy. I'm excited. I loved it. I loved the look.
All right,
Let's
sit
see.
inside and tell me if you notice what's different.
This. Nice.
Topo volume knob, feel it.
This is beautiful.
Look at the shift knob, put it into drive. Be careful because Austin's there.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh my God. Is this carbon fiber?
Yeah.
This is epic. This is cool.
Did we do a good job?
I love it. You did a great job. Thank you,
You
Emma.
happy? It's
super
starting to look
happy.
tactical. I know we still have phase 2 to go. You know, we're gonna start doing roof rack, bumper, and all that stuff. But for now, would you say we nailed the perfect
You
daily?
nailed it. So I love it. I love
Enjoy
it.
it
I love it.
in its current
This
form.
is super cool.
And yeah, stay tuned, guys.
Thank you guys
Phase
so
2 is
much.
coming. This is the behind the scenes. We had Miss Mojito with us. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. It really helps us out. We'll see you on the next one. Can't wait to take you guys to Baja with us. It's gonna be awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so he nailed it with what he installed in the truck, but I was expecting way more, so I'm ready for phase 2 if I have to be honest. I've seen phases 1 that had way more stuff than I had.